Story time. I'm going to share with you how I was able to buy my first property in London within 18 months. I want to share the story time for anyone who maybe you're living at home with your parents, you're renting, and you just feel like it is just a dream. I want to share my story so that you can make it happen. So at the time, I was working in UK government and the salaries there are conservative, but I also had a side hustle. I was able to use a chunk of my income to put towards the deposit, and then I had to use my salary to fill in the gap. One of the things that I had to do was clear off debt first before I could even add to my savings for my deposit. If you have any debt, my number one piece of advice to you is to focus on clearing your debt from the highest interest rate down to the lowest. Then I had to go on a super strict financial diet. I did not take any holidays. I did not buy any new piece of clothing. Anything that was a non-essential, I cut back on. I didn't go out as much. I had no new wigs. It was crusty and dusty for those 18 months. My mother's mortgage broker helped me in terms of being able to find deals. I knew I wanted to buy a property in London. I started to look where there were transport developments. It was April 2019. I went to view this flat. It was like a stretch of my budget. I did not have the deposit. I was about 6 grand short. And don't forget, you also need money for solicitors' fees, the surveys, furniture, everything. I still went to see the flat, and this is the flat that I'm in right now. I remember when I walked in, immediately we just knew this was the flat for me. I remember texting Darren, can you get me a mortgage in principle within a week? He got me the mortgage in principle, which is from a bank that says, based on what we know about you, we would likely give you a mortgage. I was able to put in an offer for the flat. Sometimes you just have to go with faith. You don't have to prove proof of deposit funds until you're about to exchange. But luckily for me, I exchanged end of September. I said to myself, from April to September, I'm going to save aggressively. When you put it out in the universe, it just makes way. I don't know how. It was just by the grace of God. I was able to save the rest of my deposit. You know what, guys? With a bit of sacrifice, with self-belief, you can do it.